Hi everyone, welcome to my Shoreline studio. I'm Sybil Muschik. Behind the camera is Joshua Blog. Well, now the holidays are behind us and we're on to a really serious subject, wrinkles. No chortling from behind the camera there. Anyway, I started off, it was quite one of those accidental things. I started off with some deli paper on a black background. And when I pulled the print, all these lovely lines were there. And here's a ghost print of that. So it sort of started me thinking, well, maybe wrinkles aren't such a bad thing. So off we went. Anyway, this is partly collage because one of the papers stuck to the gel plate and I had to literally tear it off in bits and pieces. You have to watch some of the papers, like your rice papers. If you leave it too long, it's going to stick and it's very difficult to get it off. However, when you rip it and start using it, collage is quite interesting. We'll get to that in a future episode. I just want to show you a couple of these prints. There's this one, of course, and this one I did last night. Same kind of idea. This is the deli paper, and this one I think is is it Oriental? This is Oriental paper. Okay. So let's get started. We're going to be working side by side here with the two different papers. I have some rice paper and I have some deli paper, and we'll just see how this is going to wrinkle. And then we'll work on top for, an added bonus to see how far we can take it. So let's start. I'm using fluid black, carbon black. It seems that if it's a little bit more liquid, that the paper will wrinkle more. So we'll just, and I've added a little bit more paint than I usually like to add. Just rolling it out here. Now there's other fluid paints, of course, besides Golden. There's Liquitex, but we're going to stick with Golden for now. So here's the deli paper. And this is rice paper. It's quite a nice rice paper. It's not quite as sturdy as the Oriental paper. It's just called rice paper, probably something I got years ago. Now you can see that it's starting to wrinkle nicely. Now, and this is why it's funny, because, in most cases you don't want wrinkling, and it's quite annoying actually. But in this case, this is what we're going for. So you should always take an advantage of a happy accident. Now this one, as you can see, isn't wrinkling quite as much. So this one's going to be quite dark, so. And we'll pull the rice paper off first. Now, as I said, it's quite dark, so we're going to take a ghost print as well. And look at this. Now this one I think we can do right away. The other one I think we're going to have to wait and just add a touch of medium or something. And as predicted, it's setting up more wrinkles. It's amazing what we'll do just to get some texture. Now we're going to start on a color. We'll just keep it simple for now. Just some, I think this is warm gray or some unbleached titanium. There we go. And this was Liquitex Basics. Just gonna roll that out. And because we're trying to pick up a background layer, we're going to make this quite thin. Just spraying off on the side here. Now on this paper there is a smooth and a rough side, so we'll use the smooth side just in case. I'm not doing the rough side because it may stick more. And we'll use our Baron here. Make sure you have your edges. And a few more wrinkles have set up. Let's just put this sheet over. Have a look at that. Okay, didn't quite pick up everything, but you can see where the extra wrinkles happened. I'm going to keep working with that. And let's see if this is going to pull that print. Oh yes, very nice. Okay, so have a bit of wrinkling going on here and there, a little bit more subtle. Some lovely textures. So let this dry. I'm going to take an interlude and then let's develop some of this stuff. So I'll be right back. So in the meantime, I've just put some of that beige tone on the one here with more deli paper. Josh figured it was interesting enough to pick up, so there we go. And it is interesting, so we'll work with that. So then, okay, so that's the informal way, if you like. Now, there are many ways of doing wrinkles, and this is going to be a little on the noisy side. But one of the ways is to fold. So this is more manipulated. Formal, if you like. You can just keep folding and folding. I'm not sure it'll fold once more, but we can try. Okay, so this is the deli paper folded, and I'll probably take a half an hour just to get it apart. Okay, so we have a nice little accordion fold kind of thing. Those of you who are into, you know, origami and things like that, folding stuff, you know, you can go crazy with that. So just let's put this on here. You're going to get a whole bunch of interesting creases, plus the creases that come from the deli paper itself. And we'll just let that sit while we fold the other one. I'm just using black right now, just as a good base. You can, of course, use color at home if you're trying this. Maybe some colors will look better than others. Probably deeper colors. Now the rice paper, we may not, because it's a little softer of a paper, it may not hold the creases as well as the first one, the deli paper. And I'm putting the fold down exactly the same as the first one. If we're going to make a comparison, they should be reasonably similar. And we'll let that sit. This one should be ready to pull. And this is going to be much more dramatic than the first pull. So there you go, it's almost tree-like. And even though, you know, we folded it quite strongly, things are slightly askew, and I did put it on fairly straight, so always interesting. All right, this one. So here's the rice paper, and you do get some really strong verticals. And you can see the individual folds better. Now that is interesting, isn't it? I think. Okay, the final step. I'm just going to leave this and it can inform, because we're not really getting that much detail anyway. Is and Josh will have to do what he can to eliminate the noise, because I'm going to crumple. Okay, so here's the deli paper with crumples, and we'll just crumple the other one really fast. Okay, ready? This one isn't nearly as noisy. So ready to go. Now, if our scientific method here is really working, we should have both the crumple wrinkles and the natural paper wrinkles because it's wet and that's what it tends to do. I hope you're all taking good scientific notes here. And I believe we have. These are the natural wrinkles in here, and some of them are wrinkles from crumpling the paper. All right. Now, I've got to feel which side is the smooth side. I think it's this one. You can see that it's far more absorbent. The deli paper, the paint stays more on the surface and doesn't go through. Here it's going all the way through, which is why when you paint a water-based paint on it, you have to do one stroke and you're done. You can't change anything. Okay, before the reveal of this one, we're going to take a break, and I want to let this sit for about 3 to 5 minutes so that all the wrinkles get a chance to, do something with the paper. Okay, I think it's time for the reveal. So as you can see, the crinkling the paper really gave you a dramatic background. This is on the deli paper. And here is our rice paper. It's a little bit darker. And it's almost three-dimensional. It's like raised surfaces here. So that's really interesting. So we're just going to add color to both of these. We're going to keep it simple. And a little bit moisture here from somewhere. And maybe we'll pick red and gold, something interesting. Making very rude noises. I guess we need to get another one of those. Gold seems to just add another dimension. A little bit of bling. We can do a little bit of a rainbow roll type of roll. Remember, when you're picking up print, you know, then you have to be able to see what's lying underneath. So roll off what you can. Okay, so deli paper. And I think I mentioned that there's apparently no smooth or it's the same on both sides, no smooth or rough side. And here's our rice paper. Now you know, of course, that rice paper isn't rice made from rice at all. It's made from a type of bush called mulberry. And it's a very fascinating process you should look up sometime. Now again, we're getting wrinkles, nice wrinkles from the deli paper. Just let that sit a minute. And then we're going to reveal it. Now this one needs to sit a little bit longer. You can see how much is left behind. Yep, definitely. And I don't know about this one. It might pick everything up or not. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to say so long for now. We're going to reveal it after the credits, and then you'll see what happened. But we need to wait for a bit. So as usual, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, your families, be kind to one another. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help our channel a lot, and we're getting there. Take care. Bye for now. So we've let these dry about half an hour, and we're just going to reveal the ghost print with a bit of color. So here's the deli paper, and I'm holding it sideways so you can see a bit of the shimmer from the gold, which is really quite nice. Quite a good piece, I think. And then here is the... I had to put a little bit of medium on this one. Just some matte medium to pick up these parts. We haven't got all of it, but we've got a goodly amount. If you leave this rice paper too long, as I mentioned earlier, it will stick to the paper. I mean, this paper will stick to the gel plate, and it won't come off. So you have all this lovely wrinkledness and dramatic effect from the black and the gold and the red. So there you have it.